Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Made with Love. My name is Heather and today is Thursday, July the 10th of 2025. Just notice my camera looks crooked. Okay, I've got a mess behind me. I was busy cleaning out my deep freeze and I also did the two other small fridge freezers as well. So I've got just some stuff behind me. I'll be putting that away. But while cleaning out the freezers, I found fruit that I had to use up. I had also recently purchased these pie crusts for 99 cents. I bought 6 of them. So I'm going to be making 3 pies today. And then just because I don't know how many pans I have or if I'm going to give them away, I went to Dollarama and I got a pack of 3 of these pans. It's the Betty Crocker. It says they're 9.4 inch diameter. So for a pack of 3 was $1.50. So I bought 2 packs of 3 because I knew I had at least, wasn't quite sure if I had 4 or 5 rolls of pie crust. So I decided to buy 2 packs and I come home and I do have 6 of them. So I will be making 3. I will be using 3 of them right now. I've already washed them because that's the first thing it said. So that's why this pack was already kind of taken apart. So that's ready to use. I'm also just have to wait a couple more minutes. Letting these, you have to defrost, bring to room temperature. They are almost at room temperature. And like I said, I'm going to make 3. So I'm going to make 2 blueberry and 1 raspberry. Then you also need, just gotta find my list here. For each pie, you need 5 cups of your frozen berries, 6 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1.5 cups of sugar, 1 zest of a lemon, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, a teaspoon of vanilla, 1 egg, and a tablespoon of water. Now the water is to put the 2 crusts together and the egg is to do an egg wash. I usually find when doing these, because I'm making 3 pies at once, I don't think I'm going to need 3 eggs. I can probably get away with just using 2 eggs to make a nice egg wash. Okay. Sorry, my back. I don't know if it was on this channel, but Monday I fell down basement stairs cleaning, and so it is still bruised right my lower back. So reaching, bending forward, it still hurts today. Okay, so I'm just gonna clear a space because I thought I had already cleared off a space and then I got busy doing something else. So I'm just gonna quickly clear off the space, move my camera so you can watch what I am working on. Right, I've got my oven preheating to 450. I'm not sure if I said that. So the first thing I'm going to do is unroll my pie crust and get my 3 pans ready. I just need 3 of them right now. Just move these others to the side. I don't know if I'm centered in the frame. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to find where this crust separates here and then just roll it out. There. I'm just going to leave the crust to look like this just because I'm going to be making like a double pie shell or double pie crust. So I do like the crust to be able to overlap, but I also have to press this down enough that what's in here and it looks right. So we got one. I'm just going to grab the scissors. Make it so much faster to open these. Third one. There we go. We've got all that. The 3 pie crusts are in and ready. Move this garbage out of my way. Pie shell out of my way. Okay, so I'm going to start with the raspberry one first. I have a large bowl, or am I already using it? Oh, there we go. So I've already got the blueberries are sitting in not one bowl, but I kind of need to separate these anyways. So I've got my 5 cups of raspberries. I had already measured this out. It's kind of, squished down while it was just sitting here waiting for me to get all this organized. That's the 5 cups of berries. Then it says 6 tablespoons of cornstarch. Tablespoon, so just do 6 of these of cornstarch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1.5 cups of sugar. I'm just going to use the half cup 3 times just because, my 1 cup does not fit in my sugar container as easily. So it's half a cup, 1.5. Then it asks for zest of a lemon and some lemon juice, and I'm going to say I don't have any lemon juice. I'm going to see, do I have any in here? No, this is empty. And I checked in my pantry. I didn't seem to have anything. I do have a little bit of lemon juice, so I'm just going to squirt a little bit of lemon juice in each one of these. And it also says, a teaspoon of vanilla. So I'm just going to pour a little bit in, probably a little more than a teaspoon. I'm just going to grab a spatula here. I'm just going to get all the berries well coated. pie shells. That kind of flopped inside while it was just sitting over there. And I'm just going to pour the filling in here. Got it. This pie crust and unwrap it, and I mean, you can cut this to strips to do the lattice, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'd love these if they were latticed. Kind of roll this out a bit. I'm going to grab my paring knife. I do have a pie crust cutter. I just not sure where it is, but this works just as well. I just don't want to cut too far. I just don't want to cut my silicone mat here. I'm just going to press this pie crust down over the edge of the pie plate. And I'm just starting in the center here. I'm just going to put the strips over. And of course I want to do the lattice look. I'm doing it wrong already. It's been a while since I've done a pie crust with the lattice. It has to go over, under, over. There. I will remember how to do this as I, that's wrong. Again, it's, well, I was right. I'm just, like I said, it's been a while since I've done pies, doing the lattice pie crust. Under, so we, there. And this next one. What is right? This is the one that goes up. I'm going to do this wrong every single time. So what happens when you're also trying to do it in a hurry. And I'm just going to press the pie crust now all together. I'm done with the lattice strips. I just take my fingers and I just kind of pinch it together. Okay, so the raspberry pie is done. I'm going to set these strips to the side because I can use them on the other ones. Okay, next I've got the blueberry mixture, so I got to divide this in half. I'm going to take this, I'm just going to measure out my cups. That was a little over 4 cups. I just want to make sure that I've got the same number of blueberries in both. No. Okay, don't worry, I've got more blueberries in my freezer. That was 2 cups, I'll do 3 cups. Like I said, I had measured it out, but they've been sitting out, so kind of, I don't know, defrosted on me, I guess. Maybe the big chunks of ice kind of mess things up. I just gotta wash my hands. Right, so I got these blueberries. So we're gonna start again with the 6 tablespoons of cornstarch. Actually, this time I'm gonna make both these batches at the same time. So I'm going to put the cornstarch in this one as well. That way I can just kind of get both these pies kind of done at the same time. And my sugar. 1.5 cups of sugar in each. And then of course the juice of a lemon, which I don't have, but like I said, I've got a little bit of this lime juice. So I'm just gonna give each one a little squirt. Now I'm out of lime juice, or almost. Okay. And a little splash of the vanilla. Stir these up and I'll pour them in the pie crust. And then I'll do the same thing. I'm going to make the lattice for both of these. So I will be back as soon as I have the lattice made on top of both of these pies. Right, I've got all my pies done here. I'm going to start with this last one that I just did the lattice on. I've got my egg wash. It's just the egg. I'm just going to brush this over pie crust. And I'm just using one egg. I think one egg will be enough to do these 3 pie crusts. And I realized I had one of these lattice strips I've kind of missed, and that's okay. And this one's kind of sliding out of place. I don't think that really matters. The pies are going to taste the same whether or not the lattice is done properly. Like I noticed I got 2 going the exact same, way. I'm just going to put this one in the oven. I'm going to do the egg wash on the other 2 and get all 3 in the oven, and I think it's going to take 30 to 40 minutes to bake. It just depends on, the recipe and stuff. I got to double check that, but it's between 30 and 40 minutes. So I'm just going to, like I said, get the 3 pies in the oven, and I will be back when they are done. All right, I have a little bit of pie crust left, so I'm just going to roll this out. Just kind of pushed all the strips together. I'm just going to roll this out. This is what I do with extra pie crust so it doesn't go to waste. Just roll it out as best I can, and then I'm just going to grab a bowl. I had one sitting here. I just don't know where I set it. Just grab a clean bowl. And I'm just going to grab some bit of sugar here. If I can get my sugar open. There we go. Now you don't have to, I guess you don't really need a bowl. You could just sprinkle it on. I'm just going to use a bowl, and I'm like, no, I don't need to. Just sprinkle some sugar on here. And then I'm going to sprinkle some cinnamon. A little bit of allspice. And some nutmeg. And some clove. I'm just going to spread this out. Out to the edges, and then I'm going to roll this up. That, and I'm just going to slice. I'm just going to grab a small baking pan, and I'm just going to set these facing up on this baking pan and slip these in the oven. These are just going to take a couple of minutes, but this is one of the best things to do with some of the extra leftover crust. I'm just kind of dipping some of this other pieces into more of the cinnamon mixture that just kind of spilt out. I got this tiny little chunk here and this other funny little one. I'm just going to slip this piece inside here. That's the two end pieces just because they were just kind of funny looking. Just want to kind of have the nicest side facing up. Then I've got my egg wash still. Just got to grab my little thing. So I'm just going to put a little bit of egg wash on these and slip them in the oven. These are just going to take like just a couple minutes, but I will be back when my pies are done. Okay, so I just took my pies out. It was actually an hour. So I don't know why I thought 30, 40 minutes. It's 50 minutes for the pies. It's been a few years since I've made pies, so, you know, just kind of had to double check on the recipe. But yeah, they're all done. And then these are the little cinnamon bun things. They actually taste more like the nutmeg, so they definitely needed some more sugar, but that's fine. There's just a few little pieces of, you know, leftover pie crust. So there is the raspberry, blueberry, and blueberry. They just look really good. I can't wait to try them. I got to run and get my husband from work because it's already like 8:15. So again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribes to my channels and watches my videos, and I will see you in the next ones. Bye.